In the glittering world of boxing, Tyson Fury is celebrated as the Gypsy King, a two-time world heavyweight champion, an undefeated giant, and one of the most charismatic fighters of this era. But behind the smile, the press conferences filled with jokes, and the inspiring comebacks, lies a story far darker, far more shocking than the public has ever been told. Tonight, we pull back the curtain and reveal the untold, the controversies buried under glory, the corruption whispered in backrooms, the doping shadows that stalked his rise, the tragedies that scarred his journey, and the scandals that tried to derail him. From financial conspiracies to jaw-dropping personal choices, from in-ring crimes to shocking NSFW moments, this is not the Tyson Fury you know. This is the Tyson Fury no one dares to speak about. One of the most controversial whispers surrounding Tyson Fury's career has been the claims of fixed fights and manipulation. While Fury's boxing brilliance is undeniable, critics have pointed out suspicious scorecards, questionable refereeing, and bizarre decisions in fights that left fans scratching their heads. The most debated example is his controversial draw with Deontay Wilder in their first clash. Fury, by most fans' count, outboxed Wilder for the majority of the fight, yet the official decision sparked outrage. Conspiracy theorists argue that certain fights were protected because of the huge financial interest in Fury remaining undefeated. Behind closed doors, promoters, sanctioning bodies, and broadcasters allegedly played with the sport's integrity to keep their moneymaker alive. Whether true or not, the whispers of corruption cling to Fury's legacy like smoke that never clears. In 2015, Tyson Fury shocked the world by dethroning Vladimir Klitschko in Germany, ending an 11-year reign of dominance. But what came after shook the sport to its core. Fury tested positive for the banned substance nandrolone, a powerful anabolic steroid. The revelation threw his legacy into chaos, with many critics labeling him a cheat. Fury and his team claimed it was caused by eating uncastrated wild boar meat, an explanation so bizarre it became infamous. For years, the doping case dragged on with the UK anti-doping agency, raising questions of corruption and preferential treatment. Many fans believe Fury escaped the full consequences because his rise meant too much money for boxing's business machine. Though he eventually returned, the cloud of doping suspicion has never truly disappeared. Behind the glitz of championship belts, Tyson Fury's life has been haunted by tragedy. Growing up in a gypsy family, he was born prematurely, weighing less than a pound, and doctors didn't expect him to survive. Later in life, he dealt with heartbreaking miscarriages with his wife Paris, a trauma that devastated his family. Fury himself spiraled into severe depression after achieving his greatest triumph in 2015. Instead of celebrating, he turned to alcohol, cocaine, and reckless living, admitting openly that he once wanted to drive his Ferrari at high speed into a bridge to end his life. The darkness that haunted Fury almost consumed him, and for years he disappeared from boxing. His return is often celebrated as a miracle, but few talk about the scars left behind. Boxing is brutal by nature, but Tyson Fury's in-ring style has sometimes sparked accusations of dirty tactics, from headlocks to rabbit punches to using his sheer size to smother opponents. Critics argue Fury doesn't always fight within the rules. In his trilogy with Wilder, slow-motion replays fueled conspiracy theories that Fury's gloves were tampered with, claims Wilder himself publicly screamed about. Images appeared online of Fury's gloves bending unnaturally, fueling suspicion of foul play. Whether those claims hold truth or not, the accusations of in-ring crimes remain one of the darkest chapters surrounding the Gypsy King's career. Beyond the ropes, Fury's finances have been a storm of controversy. Despite earning hundreds of millions, Fury has declared bankruptcy in the past and been investigated for alleged tax avoidance schemes. There were also links made in media reports between Fury and Daniel Kinahan, the alleged crime boss and co-founder of MTK Global. While Fury denied wrongdoing, critics claim his association with such figures taints his career.
Tyson Fury's career has been haunted by suspensions and bans,
Following the doping scandal, he was stripped of his titles and left in limbo. He also faced backlash for his outspoken comments on religion, sexuality, and politics, remarks that drew condemnation worldwide and led to campaigns demanding his removal from boxing. Some conspiracy theorists believe Fury was protected by powerful promoters and broadcasters who ensured bans and punishments never fully destroyed him. Whether you see it as resilience or corruption, Fury's ability to survive scandal after scandal is one of the most shocking parts of his legacy. Perhaps the most controversial theory of all, some fans believe certain Tyson Fury fights were worked to deliver maximum drama. The Wilder trilogy, for instance, played out like a Hollywood script. Fury rising from the dead in their first fight after being knocked down, then dominating the rematch and finally sealing the saga with a brutal knockout. Theories suggest promoters and networks engineered the storylines to maximize pay-per-view sales, turning Fury's career into something resembling WWE-style entertainment rather than pure sport. While there's no concrete proof, the belief that Fury's career was carefully staged refuses to go away. Away from the ring, Fury has courted scandal with jaw-dropping NSFW moments, from outrageous public comments about women and sexuality to bizarre confessions about his private life. Fury's wild words have often left fans stunned. He openly bragged about his sexual escapades during his darkest years, admitted to using cocaine heavily, and even shocked fans by talking about wild behaviors that most champions would never dare to admit. Fury's unfiltered personality is both his charm and his curse. It makes him unpredictable, but it also exposes a side of him few athletes would reveal. Like many boxing superstars, Fury has spent his millions in ways that raise eyebrows. He once bragged about blowing through huge sums of money on alcohol, drugs, and wild nights. Unlike Mayweather, who flaunts luxury cars, Fury has made both outrageous and bizarre financial decisions, from buying multiple flashy cars and then abandoning them, to pouring money into random projects, to giving away cash just to prove he doesn't care about wealth. In some ways, his dumb purchases highlight his chaotic lifestyle, where money and fame were never his driving force. And yet, despite all the darkness, Tyson Fury's achievements shine. He remains one of the very few heavyweights in history to beat Vladimir Klitschko and Deontay Wilder, two champions from completely different eras. He is undefeated, a two-time world champion, and a man who came back from obesity, addiction, and mental illness to reclaim the throne. For every scandal, there is also triumph. For every mistake, there is resilience. Tyson Fury's story is not one of perfection. It is one of chaos, darkness, and survival.
Tyson Fury, despite being one of the wealthiest heavyweights of his era, has never been shy about splurging on some of the most bizarre and reckless purchases imaginable, leaving fans shocked at his unpredictable lifestyle. At the height of his fame, Fury admitted to blowing millions during his darkest periods, spending over £600,000 on flashy sports cars that he would barely drive before selling them at a loss, all while boasting about how money meant nothing to him. He was reported to have bought a brand new Ferrari only to grow bored of it within days and leave it abandoned in his driveway. Even more surprising, Fury once revealed that he splashed vast sums on alcohol and wild parties that stretched across entire weekends, a spree that left him questioning his own sanity. In one infamous episode, he claimed to have gambled away over £100,000 in a single night at a casino, laughing at the recklessness of it while his career was spiraling out of control. Perhaps the most shocking of all was his admission that he gave away nearly his entire fight purse from a multi-million-pound bout, explaining that he didn't care about money and lived only for the thrill of chaos. Friends and insiders even shared stories of Fury buying expensive watches and jewelry only to throw them away in moments of frustration or give them to strangers he met at bars. These wild spending habits, fueled by his struggles with mental health and his unpredictable nature, painted a picture of a man who could earn millions in the ring, yet waste them in the blink of an eye, proving that Tyson Fury's relationship with wealth was as volatile and shocking as his boxing career itself.